Are you paying attention to the new and updated genealogical records over at Ancestry.com? If not, you could be missing out on finding your ancestor. Plus, I'm going to show you one of my favorite ways to find more out-of-the-box genealogy records as well. There's a lot over there, guys. Hey guys, this is Lisa Lisson with Are You My Cousin, where I strive to take the overwhelm out of your genealogy research. Now, before we dive into those new records at Ancestry.com, as well as finding those out-of-the-box sources, I would love for it if you would hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss any of the genealogy videos I post here at the Are You My Cousin YouTube channel. Okay, so now we're going to head over to Ancestry.com and I'm going to show you where to find the new and updated record sets. And then I'm going to show you one of my favorite tips for finding some of those more unusual types of records, or get my creative juices flowing when it comes to creating my research plans to find my ancestor. I'll see you over at Ancestry.com. Welcome everyone. We are over on the Ancestry.com's new collection or recent collection updates page, where you can find all of the databases that Ancestry has updated recently, or the new databases that they've added. And this is something you want to keep an eye on because it does give you opportunities to research new collections that have come out and to kind of stay on top of that. So when you are researching your ancestors or have that brick wall ancestor, this can be very helpful to you because you have new options to add to your research plan and to check out. You can also take a look at the right-hand side and see what is coming soon. And again, this can be very helpful in your research plan so that if you know when something's coming or an approximate time, for instance, if you are looking for more in the church records for the US-based records and you have exhausted what you already know, we see that there are more coming in fall of 2020. Well, mark your calendar for the early fall of 2020 to come back and check to see what was added and if it could be helpful to you. So you have it on your calendar, you're ready to go, and you don't have to try to remember that, because I'll be honest, if it were me, I would absolutely forget about it if I don't put it on my calendar. Now, what I want to show you is a way that I use this collection to get my my creative research juices flowing so that I can get some ideas and brainstorm those brick wall ancestors if I'm having trouble. If you have been a reader of Are You My Cousin blog, or if you have just joined, you may notice that I like to talk about out-of-the-box genealogy resources. I like to look at resources. I like to research records that are outside of the traditional ones that we typically think of. The traditional records are not bad. They are our meat and potatoes of our genealogy research. That's the deeds, the wills, the census records, the vital records, all of that. Very, very important. But those will only take you so far when you hit those brick wall ancestors. And you've really got to spread your wings a bit, really have to think further and what other types of records that can be created. So why do I tell you this? Because when I'm looking at this list at Ancestry, I'm going to scroll through it, and I've already looked at it to see what new records I might want to look at, but I want to see what kind of out-of-the-box records that they have, because it may give me an idea to research in my current research. So let me just show you what this looks like, because I know that sounds kind of confusing. So when I look at this up here, a lot of these at the top, as we can see, are voter registers, death records, those types of things. Find a Grave's done a lot of updates, it looks like. Census records. So these are actually pretty standard records. South Carolina has some good new records on. So I'm just going to kind of scroll through. And one of the things I see right here is the U.S. Northern Pacific Railway Company personnel files. Well, that's an interesting set. That's not your norm that you would think about. Now, if you have ancestors who worked in the railway, this would be a set that you'd want to check out. Now, I don't have any ancestors who were part of a railway that I'm aware of, but What that makes me think is, are there other occupations that might have personnel records or have their own unique set of records? And is that something that I can research potentially out for my own ancestors? So that's the kind of thought process I might use to further my research. I may hit a jackpot, or I may pursue that angle and it doesn't come up with anything. But if I don't look, I'll never know. Coming on down here, check out this one right here. This is the Congressional Medal of Honor Society recipients. Now, I'll be honest, guys, I would never have thought to look there. But if you have oral history, if you have reason to believe that one of your ancestors could be on this list, this is a great database for you to check out. I had a couple down here I wanted to show you. Let me scroll down to the bottom here. Look at this very last one right here. U.S. World War II hospital admission card files. I wouldn't have thought of looking at that, but those are hospital admission files. So if you have an ancestor who was a soldier, that might be worth looking at. And then there was another one right up here. Let me see where it was. Oh, this New York database. Address notification and absentee ballot application cards for 1944. Well, that's a very specific database. Absolutely. But it makes me wonder. No, I'm not researching New York ancestors, but could something similar be available in my area or the area where my ancestors lived? So that would be perhaps another line that I would go and look toward. So that's how I use some of these new databases, or actually any list of databases. But that's one of the things that I do in my regular check of new and updated databases for each of the main websites. But I look at that and try to take it one step further to see if I can come up with any other ideas for my research. I hope that helps you guys with that. It's give it a try. You have nothing to lose. It only takes a little bit of time, and you may come up with some new ideas and some fresh ideas for your genealogy research plan. Welcome back. I hope you found that helpful. Again, make sure you are checking those new and updated records periodically. Put it on your calendar so that you're not missing things that could potentially help you in your genealogy research. All right, guys, before you head out, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time here at the Are You My Cousin YouTube channel. Have a great day, guys. Bye.